And we're back. Did you miss
Woo!
us?
We
No.
missed you.
And now we're all in yellow. So color coordinated. We love it. Katie, tell us what your sweater says today.
This big dog has big feelings.
Beautiful. You love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You always have the quirkiest sweaters, and I love it.
Yeah. I could have worn my
Like-
It's Past My Bedtime with the Sleepy Time tea bear on it.
Now, see, when you're famous because of this podcast, that will be your signature brand, is that you have to have a graphic sweater.
Most of my really good t-shirts and sweaters that have fun graphics are from Justin's shirt store on Etsy. Shout out.
Shout out Justin's shirt store if you'd like to do a
Not
collab.
sponsored. But I would love to do a collab.
Also, not sponsored and any of that, but just stuff that we enjoy.
Yeah.
Stuff that we enjoy.
Yeah.
Speaking of stuff we enjoy, Intervision.
I do not enjoy.
Do we enjoy?
Don't enjoy communism
it's
whatsoever.
an interesting thing to learn about, that there was the answer to Western Europe's Eurovision in Eastern Europe, right?
I do think that it is we were talking about a little bit about this off on when we were recording, but just I feel like there's Eurovision is super popular and it's an institution, and I feel like everybody's trying to do their own and no one else can. For whatever reason, it just doesn't take off, or it's not promoted right, or it just doesn't
translate. It doesn't have that history behind it too.
Yeah.
And I think that's what carries a lot of weight.
Maybe part of it is people are trying to start too big with too many songs off the bat, but who knows? I just do think it's interesting that Eurovision, good for you. You're the one that can outlast.
You're the flagship. And nothing.
They're playing Survivor. Outwit, outplay, outlast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
So when we left off in our last episode, we had talked about the first 4 years of Intervision, and what that looked like for the host country of Czechoslovakia, and how they had Prague Spring, which resulted in them saying, "Nope, we got other shit to deal with."
We have to deal with some civil unrest.
Yeah,
real quick.
there might be some competing priorities.
Yeah,
and so from 1969 to 1966 or 1976, it didn't happen. But then, and I didn't get into the specifics of why it came back or how it came back. But in 1977, Poland sort of picked up the mantle with the continued notion of making this all Eastern Bloc song contest. The winner for that first year of 1977 was Czechoslovakian singer Helena Vondrakova, and her song just translates to "painted jug." It was, fairly basic 70s.
If it's a song about a painted jug, how creative can you get?
And I'm sure there's some context that we're missing as, language barrier and whatnot. But this iteration of the contest, for me, in terms of researching it, just didn't carry the same sort of nostalgia or, I don't know, history vibing with what's going on. My history side is I can fall down that rabbit hole and tell me everything there is to know about this contest and why it happened, and learning more about Prague Spring and things like that. For this iteration of Eurovision, honestly, I'm gonna just say it didn't really grab me.
Mm-hmm.
So
fair enough.
So what I will mention is that it happened. It lasted for 4 years, 1977 to 1980, and so you had Czechoslovakia win the first year, then the Soviet Union, Poland, and Finland, sort of in that order in subsequent years. The song contest was canceled after 1980 as a result of the growing influence of a solidarity movement in Poland. And then Poland went under martial law from December 1981 to July 1983. So again, I think you have a situation where Poland's like, all right, we tried to do this, but
we're busy.
got our...
Again,
sorry.
Maybe, I mean, honestly, like maybe for Intervision specifically, it couldn't last because of the civil unrest.
Right. I think you have this desire to do it, but logistically.
And that's part of the benefit of having kind of the rotating winner hosting duties is that, like, Ukraine was going to host, but because they were having some issues and they had some other shit going on, they were like, hey, UK, who won last year, you got us on this one? Yes, because you're not like, you don't have to host it in one place. I think that helps with the model of how it can last so long, is like moving it around to different places. And also, a lot of the countries that are participating either have the resources to walk and chew gum to handle unrest and war and participate, or they're just like, hey, we're going to bow out this year because we can't do it. And then they come back in future years or something, depending on, how that works. Because we did a little bit of research earlier this summer just about how war in different places affects Eurovision participation. And, sometimes it means that countries have to drop out for a couple of years because they can't send people. And they can't even dream of hosting if they did happen to win.
Yeah.
And, we talk at some points about propaganda, and we could debate why Intervision exists and what's it for and all this stuff. But in some respects, it is a break from your normal life. It is supposed to be this uplifting like time and say, a lot of shit happening around me, but here's a fun entertainment distraction. And so I think you see these countries really trying to have this distraction, but even that's too much for them. And so it's like, okay, this can't happen. We legitimately have too much going on.
Yeah.
So, it lasted. They did the best they could. And so you had four more years where it was held in Poland. And then it took an extended hiatus. So 28 years where nothing happened. And then a revival occurred in 2008. This was held in Sochi, Russia. So right there in Europe, right? Like that's where they hosted the Olympics at one point. And so
a few years later.
When was that Olympics?
2014.
Okay. Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, they hosted it in Sochi just a few years afterwards. But what's interesting about 2008 is you had 11 countries participating, but this was over the course of multiple nights. But each night was sort of like a theme. So each artist sang 4 songs. The first night was an original song in either Russian or your national language. Night 2 was retro hits, quote, of the 20th century performed in Russian. Night 3 was world hits in the language from where they came from. So theoretically, you could sing in English.
Is that night 2 just modern Russian hits? Or is it like you could do your Paint It Black, but in Russian?
Maybe that's it. I didn't see anywhere that it clarified, but yeah, I guess my interpretation of it was 20th century hits performed in Russian, like what you mentioned, like take Paint It Black, but singing in Russian.
Okay, interesting.
So then night 3 was world hits in the language they came from, and night 4 was a performance of that singer's greatest hit. So like you might be an established artist, so you're going to sing an original song in night 1, but then in night 4 you're going to sing the one that you're most known for.
That is a very unique layout.
I mean, it's definitely involved, and it definitely gives you an opportunity to showcase your vocal talent. It's like, it's more of a, it's not necessarily a song contest so much as a like singing contest, maybe.
And it's a way to make those 11 participating countries stretch that over to make it more of an event.
Yes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a semifinals like we know of.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, the contest right now is 3 nights long, but it's different countries.
One song. Yeah.
And it's one song sort of the whole way through. So this definitely mixes it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give them credit for being unique or trying to do something different there.
Well, and I think what was interesting as I was looking this up is that 2008 is like not too long ago. I mean, as a millennial, I think like 2002 was just a few years ago, but I know that's
2008
like
is like a couple years ago. Right?
I sadly have to come to the realization that 2008 was kind of a while ago.
Almost 20 years ago.
That is offensive. So 2008, yes, it was, you know, over 15 years ago, but at the same time, kind of puts us in
modern
like
era,
modern Eurovision.
I mean, we say like modern Eurovision as we know it basically started in 2011.
Yeah, I would put us in like that era.
So, I mean, that's just 3 years later than this. So that I would say that it feels like it's in the current era. I mean, I'm still watching shows that started in 2008. Hi, Real Housewives of Orange County.
Do you watch Real Housewives of Orange County circa 2011? Drop it down in the comments below.
I would love to talk to you about it.
Katie wants to tell everybody about the Real Housewives.
Yes, I do.
And so, because we're talking about this like modern era, I thought we could once again ground it into Eurovision and like give a frame of reference. And so for me, at least, 2008 was the year that Ukraine participated in Eurovision with Shady Lady. It might not be a song that resonates with Katie and Steven, but for me, when we put up the video of Red Sebastian and his song and me comparing it to previous other artists, somebody had said, oh, it reminds me of Shady Lady and her performance. So then I looked the song up. If you haven't listened to Shady Lady, I think it's a fun song from Ukraine in 2008. So that was sort of my frame of reference. And then I decided, okay, I didn't know who won Eurovision in 2008. So I went and looked them up. And Russia actually won Eurovision in 2008. So not only are they hosting Intervision, but they're winning Eurovision. So there's a lot of overlap happening in that year. Stephen, Katie, did you have a chance?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, go Russia.
Go Russia. Did you have a chance to watch that winning Eurovision performance?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was something.
Yeah.
He starts off and he's like on his knees, barefoot on the stage.
Figure skater performing around him.
Right. Okay. I gotta say, like, what was it with like? I feel like there was a period where there was a lot of like figure skating backup dancers in Eurovision because we just talked about it in a couple episodes ago. There was another
in like 2014.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, what is this? Anyway,
people draw inspiration from all sorts of places, and sometimes ice skating is where they find it.
It's a way to mix it up from just a backup dancer.
And then they're like wearing all white, and at one point he does this like high pitched like scream thing. It was not a year I am familiar with because my knowledge probably starts at like 2010, with the exception of a few songs like Shady Lady. So the winner of 2008, I'm just like, okay, I guess they don't all age well.
But it did spark me to look up, because when you watch the video, it says who's singing it and who wrote the song, and it was co-written by Jim Beans. Hilarious choice of a name, because that's not his given name. He chose the last name.
He chose that?
His name is James Washington, and he goes by Jim Beans. So anyway,
as one does. Okay.
But he's a vocal producer, and he has a long career. If you look at his credits, like he has worked a lot with Nelly Furtado. He's on Timbaland's record label right now. Helped produce Danity Kane's album, so he's worked a lot with He Who Shall Not Be Named, Diddy. So
he's probably been at the house.
Probably been to a white party.
Ugh.
But
maybe that's why they were wearing all white on stage in 2008.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but you went there, so like.
Anyway, so that's a prolific career in American music. Was who
for sure
co-wrote this Eurovision song, and probably produced it. I would imagine at least did a lot of the production, because that's where he has his background in.
I wonder if he's going to be part of the Danity Kane like revival tour that's coming up that D Woods was not invited to. Anyway,
possible.
That's not for this podcast to talk about, but whatever. Because we're talking about communism.
But he was a producer on a lot of songs on Britney Spears' Blackout album.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
One of her best albums. American... One of her best albums too.
I do love that album.
It's a good album.
I love
People talk shit about that album so much, but it's legitimately one of her best albums.
People only talk shit about it because that was also that VMAs that she messed up, and everybody said she was fat, even though she super wasn't.
No. I mean, because back then people thought that was fat.
Size 4 was fat back in the mid 2000s. So
and fuck all of those people that thought that. So
yeah. So anyway. But yeah,
that's an interesting connection.
Because I was like, that is such an American looking name. Like, I don't know of a lot of like European producers going by Jim Beans with a Z, by the way. And so
that just makes it worse. Let's be real. Like with Z.
All respect to your career, Jim Beans, but I cannot take it seriously.
Jim Beans, when you listen to this, please come on the podcast. Tell us more.
It's so early 2000s to be like, I'm going to go by Jim Beans with a Z. Anyway. But yeah, so that actually kind of sparked my own little rabbit hole. Would you believe it?
Yep.
I'm impressed, and I'm here for it.
Thank you.
So you've got him co-writing this winner, which I guess... There are some winners that are older and you're like, okay, product of its time, great. And I'm like, 2008, I was around for that. And this I would not have gone for it in 2008.
And also, even just looking at Jim Beans' career. In 2008, he was a producer on Damaged by Danity Kane.
I mean, that was that.
Okay, but that's gold.
That holds up. And so it's like when you think about like, okay, what else was going on in 2008? There was some good music going on in 2008. So I'm not going to give it the.
I mean, I guess he can. Excuse. He knows European music. That's what it is.
Or he could have just been given like partial credit because like he happened to be in the recording studio that day when it happened. Like, what do you think? And he was probably just like, yeah. He probably threw in a couple words and they were like, he co-wrote this. And he was like, yeah, just throw my name on it. It's fine. Spell check.
Anyway.
Maybe he's the translation.
Maybe.
But so that was who won Eurovision. That's who won Eurovision. So at the same time that Russia was winning Eurovision, they were hosting this one-time only revival of Intervision, where 11 countries participated. Participating countries included folks like Russia, Armenia, Ukraine, Belarus, Azerbaijan, Latvia, and Moldova. I'm just mentioning those because every single one of those was also doing Eurovision at the same time.
Double dippers.
So, well, and some of these are double dipping and doing rather well kind of in both. You know, Armenia got 4th in Eurovision that year, got 2nd in Intervision. So they were doing sort of well in both of these contests. So I guess if the people if the population is watching and enjoying, do your thing. But it does almost feel a little bit conflict of interest going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought. But when all was said and done, the winner of 2008's Intervision was a song from Tajikistan.
Interesting.
So, former USSR country. I'll be honest and say I did not get too far down the road of figuring out what that song was or having an opportunity to listen to it. But Tajikistan had their moment. 2008.
Well, if they weren't going to have it at Eurovision.
Ouchie.
Well, so, all right. So then we took another hiatus, and in 2025, Intervision sort of quietly came back and then just sort of happened. And then we all found out that it happened, and we went, what? When did that happen?
And then after that, we all found out that the U.S. almost participated.
Which, just you wait, I've got some details for you.
Oh, tea.
So, 22 countries were scheduled to participate. I say that because maybe not everybody actually participated.
Mm-hmm.
So this 2025 Intervision was revived by Putin, who ordered the return and inviting, quote, friendly countries to the contest with the goal of, quote, developing international cultural and humanitarian cooperation, end quote.
The fuck?
I'm just going to throw out there that one of the things that a lot of these countries have in common is they really hate gay people. Because when you're talking about Saudi Arabia, UAE, Russia, what are things that they have in common? Nuclear weapons and hating gay people.
And right now in the U.S., we have
it's not great.
People, we're not.
Which is why the U.S. was slated to participate.
Yeah, we're not doing well over here, folks. If you're listening outside of the U.S., just so you know.
But then it was won by. Was it?
We'll get there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Stay with us. So you mentioned some of the countries who participated. I'm not going to name all 22, but some notable ones that kind of stood out to me were things like Russia, Qatar, China, Belarus, Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, Vietnam, and we do have some overlap between Eurovision and Intervision that year with Serbia. So, Katie's favorite song, Mila. They were also.
She likes it better than How Much Time Do We Have Left Together?
True. It's not emotional terrorism.
No, it's just kind of a different type.
Nope.
It's just
very Serbian.
It's just noise.
It's just noise. So Serbia participated in both song contests in 2025. So that was interesting.
And if I remember correctly, Intervision was in August or September, right?
Yes, it took place in September.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that 2008 one I think I saw was in August. So it's more of the late summer. You get your spring for Eurovision, and then you get your late summer for Intervision, I guess.
I mean, you don't want to be competing at the same time.
Right.
Although that would be some drama.
That's honestly, that is what I'm prepared for next, is for the escalation of Intervision to be, let's have it in May.
At or around the same time as Eurovision. That would be
wild. That would be wild.
Actually, I don't think it would be, because I think a lot of people would be like, we're still going to go to Eurovision. Like,
well, sure, it's got the bigger following because, well, the bigger following depending on who you talk to, because according to the folks who put on Intervision, it was watched by 5 billion people.
5 billion?
According to them.
Voluntarily, though?
Or was that just the population combined of every country that participated?
That feels more right. Or was invited, because our 300 million or whatever would have contributed probably.
But yes, according to the folks who put it together, it was watched by a lot of people, and I don't think billions watched.
The information we're getting from Russia's communication department, Vladimir Putin's communication department, is that 5 billion people watch this.
It seems questionable.
Just,
don't question the source. If you as long
as
you don't question the source, the figure is accurate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as Katie mentioned, the contest sort of quietly took place in September. I believe
it
the
wasn't
actual
quiet.
date.
5 billion people watched it.
Sorry.
Loudly took place.
Very
this
loudly.
Tinfoil hat is on super tight right now. It's so tight right now.
It took place towards the end of September. I want to say that the actual date was September 20th, but don't quote me on that. But towards the end of September.
Which we all knew because we all watched it, obviously.
Oh my god. Where am I right now?
All right. So do you want to... This is going to be a choose your own adventure. Do you want to know who won first, or do you want to know how the U.S. was involved?
Let's talk about the U.S.
How the U.S. was involved. Yeah, like...
All right. So this is where things get a little dicey, because...
This is where they get dicey? Now?
This part right here.
Everything up till this point was legit, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yes,
okay.
Correct.
So the U.S. was slated to participate, and their entry was from an artist known as B. Howard, and according to the Intervision, well, obviously, according to the Intervision website for the artist profile, it has him, quote, as a descendant of a famous music dynasty.
But do they say which one?
They do not. I did a little bit of digging.
I was going to say, but Doug did his research.
Was he in the Partridge Family?
If you had to guess a famous music dynasty, who's he related to? You have no idea what he looks like. You don't know any details.
If I had to guess a famous music dynasty that might participate in Intervision, I'm going to say the Osmonds.
I'm going to say Barry Manilow.
Why Barry?
Is that a dynasty? I think that's just a person.
Just one guy. Because I'm thinking family.
And Barry Manilow's
so, like,
gay.
the Osmonds at least have like a family.
Yeah, no. And Barry Manilow's gay, so never mind. He wouldn't have offspring. That we know of.
Lots of gays have offspring.
That we know of.
Try again.
Oh, are we going to guess until we get it right?
No, you're not. I don't think you're ever going to go.
Yeah, no. I'm going to say like
the Partridge Family.
Like probably somebody country. So I'm going to say like Hootie and the Blowfish. I don't know.
Girl. Also,
okay.
Oh my god. Do you know what a dynasty is?
Like, no. They come from like a legacy, okay? I get it.
I'm thinking multiple generations of musical talent. Like
when the writer, the Judds. Yeah, not the Winona Ryder.
Or the Jacksons.
Or the Jacksons.
Or the Jacksons.
Because that's where we're going. That's where we're going with this.
So how is B. Howard related to the Jacksons?
Well, the question becomes, is he actually? Because according to like filmon.com, they claim they have evidence that proved paternity for Michael Jackson. However, apparently, and this is, Wikipedia's linked articles, but apparently subsequent test proved inconclusive. A reminder.
I'm so sorry, Blanket,
DNA,
that you have to be linked to this nonsense.
You're telling me that the DNA is inconclusive.
Well, that's what they said about
the internet says that he's still linked.
But...
Yeah.
I don't know. Feels flimsy.
But also, when you write...
It feels to me, honestly, like his mom is not being honest about his paternity and just chose someone famous as a way to say, like, that's why he's not around or something. Lauren Boebert apparently being related to a pro wrestler.
He should definitely sit in one of those tubes that we are not sponsored by the way, and that may, and then send it in and then get their DNA results that will link them to other Jackson family members and conclude whether or not if they do or do not have linkage to Jackson family members. And I'm not saying any specific brand name because we are not sponsored by them and I am not going to get sued.
I don't think so.
I think what was interesting as I was sort of looking at this is that his mom, or B. Howard, his mother was in the music industry. And I believe it was Michael Jackson's father was a producer for some of her music, I want to say. So who's to say, but going from this is a story you told your son, there's plausibility, I will put with a huge question mark after. Anywho's. But all of this goes to say that the website for Intervision said he's the descendant of a famous music dynasty. Won't elaborate further, but it's there.
They might want to update it and be like, may or may not be of.
Yeah, interesting.
So,
because it looks like his mom does have some hit songs from the 80s and 90s. But so that could be the dynasty that they're just saying that it's Mickey Howard is the dynasty.
Well, spoiler alert, the U.S. didn't end up participating.
Yeah.
Spoilers. So anyways, this B. Howard, he himself he reached number 11 on the dance electronic charts in 2016.
Woo.
So has tried to have a music career and for whatever reason thought Intervision was a good idea.
Until it wasn't.
This went on, he came very close to participating because I think we said that Intervision happened on the 20th, and 3 days before the contest he withdrew.
Citing
do we know why?
What reason?
Quote, unforeseen family circumstances, which is the most vague thing you could ever say. So what was going on there? But wait, there's more, because they got a replacement.
Who still
they
didn't
had
participate.
A replacement. So with 3 days to go before the contest, they worked with a Australian singer known as Vassy, Vassy, and she was scheduled to take the place and participate for the United States.
That makes no sense, but this is Intervision, and so
there's a lot that don't make sense.
Yeah.
there's a lot that doesn't make sense here.
And what was their reason for? Yeah, what you tell us? What's interesting?
Right. What's interesting is that we're talking like day of show, the announcer comes, or the presenters come on stage and say that she's not participating. And the reason that they're saying is, quote, unprecedented political pressure from the Australian government.
Yeah, because they're saying, don't fucking do this.
Well, and I do think it's, I mean, the American music industry is pretty well known, pretty worldwide.
Yeah.
We couldn't find anybody else who wanted to go. So we found an Australian.
Should we be participating?
I mean, no, but I'm just saying, like, even put that aside, like,
I think she might be
in
dual
2025,
I
would think, but
don't quote.
Still, I just think it's very interesting.
The whole thing.
Well, I mean, the Australian government's like, you're going to do what now?
Like,
no,
the whole,
not
the whole
on
thing
my
is
watch,
messy.
sweetheart.
No, the whole thing
it's
is
very messy.
Yeah. I mean, it's America's. We're messy.
I mean, we're talking like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, messy.
Right. Like,
it's messy.
We're not okay, folks.
No, we're not.
America, are you okay?
No. Like you're telling me that TRUMP couldn't have called up like Eric Church or something, or who was that? Try that in a small town guy and been like, "You're going to Russia."
Good luck with that.
He would have been like, "Okay, sir." You know, he could have just sang that song. Anyway,
well, at any rate, the U.S. did not participate in Intervision.
Despite our best efforts.
Despite everything.
Hi.
This is why the world hates us. It's fine.
This is nothing else.
Among many
other reasons.
Among many reasons, but
I will say that there. But wait, there's more. This is a bad infomercial. But wait, there's more. I don't know the name, but Joe Lynn Turner. Either of you know that name?
I feel like that is familiar.
The name sounds familiar.
He was he's best known for his work as a singer in the band Rainbow and Deep Purple. I've got no idea who he is, but apparently he represented the United States as the jury member for Intervision. God. And although the US did not participate, he stuck around. Oh my God. And he was a member of the jury.
He has a distinctive look, but I don't know who he is.
So we might not have participated. Oh.
That's his official headshot from Intervision, by the way.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, boy.
Put it away.
I'm sorry, Joe.
So he participated in the jury, although the United States did not.
Who did we give our points to?
I don't know that part, unfortunately. Sorry. I'm not sure of the points breakdown. I will say that the other thing, so you had 22 countries who were slated to participate. You had 21 countries who performed, but only 20 countries received scores. So what other country didn't get points published?
What other country?
If you just had to guess.
What other country pulled a James Newman?
Like, they don't even have a score listed. Like, it just doesn't exist. So you each pick a country.
Is it host country Russia?
Okay, are you looking at my notes? Because that is correct, sir.
Oh, is it?
Oh, wow.
So apparently after Russia performed, he said something to the effect of he was not interested in competing for victory, but rather in ensuring hospitality and giving other participants a chance.
Sure.
Which is the most passive-aggressive, ego narcissistic way of saying, I'm so great, I would obviously win. So I'm here to let you.
I'm just going to make it fair for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see, like, I see there's a scoring of, like, points assigned, but they don't have, like, a EurovisionWorld.com that has the points breakdown.
IntervisionWorld.com?
I don't think you want your,
I haven't tried that.
I don't think you want your search history to, like, pull any of that stuff up,
But apparently juries award points 29, 25, 22, 20, 18 down to 1.
Nope.
Now they're just trying too hard.
Yeah.
So Russia did not get a score. And so ultimately the winner of the Intervision Song Contest came from Vietnam with Duc Phuc singing. I'm not going to try to pronounce that because I would butcher it. I will. Katie, I know you had a chance to watch it. Stephen, have you watched this performance?
I've not.
Okay. Before I get into my thoughts, Katie, tell us a little bit more about this performance.
I liked it. It was cool. I mean, I think it was like a story, kind of a retelling of a Vietnamese legend, I believe. And it was like very like cultural, I would say. Like they all came out in the like, triangle hats. I don't know what they're called, but the dancers were really cool. The costuming was awesome. And I liked it. I mean, production value between the 60s and 2025 have similar trajectory to the production value
astronomical, I'm sure,
of Eurovision. But I thought it was fun, and it had a fun little dance breakdown. It felt like it could have been a Eurovision song. To me,
I will say that I enjoyed the first part of the song. You had me until his costume change.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That is where you lose me. I do think it gave me a little bit of Nemo vibes with the rap part, the operatic part. So there was some elements in there of that. I'm not sure if this is propaganda based or not, but the only clips that I ever saw of this performance before I sought out the full song was him trying to hit and fail miserably at that high note. And so that was the only clip they ever showed you in Western, media. So part of me is wondering, like, are you showing us this clip because you want us to see, quote unquote, how terrible Intervision was?
Or because you're sabotaging him?
Like, what are we doing there? Like, the song wasn't all bad. Was there that moment that was not great? Why are we highlighting that moment in the clips that we're seeing?
I don't know.
Ponder that a little bit. But all that runs you through some Intervision. I will say that our Kiki friend, a friend of the podcast, World Vishon, has done a reaction video to the full Intervision, and it's called "I Watched Russia's Eurovision Copy, So You Don't Have to."
So definitely go check it out.
So, and thank you to him for kind of giving us a little bit of rundown of what was going on. I have not seen the full show performance. I have no intention of watching the full show performance. Thank you. Not something that I want to participate in. But I think from a history perspective and global politics, etc., knowing a little bit about Intervision was quite the journey.
Yes. I think the biggest irony in all of this, though, like knowing what we know about 2025 Intervision, is that the winner of Intervision this year is gay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say when we were talking about things that these countries have in common. Was like,
well,
I think there
go
is
for
a
it,
little
Katie.
bit of I just think that there was just a little bit of an irony that not the most human rightsy countries.
Which is obviously why the U.S. was going to participate.
Yeah, and such a hypocritical statement that they're trying to make, saying that they're wanting to host this.
It's all going to be good.
Yeah, it's all going to be good. And then the winner happens to stand for something that so many of these countries are against. It's it's almost poetic. And so I morbidly take joy in that.
Is it?
Because I'm
exploitative, right?
Well, yeah. I am gonna say it. You can't have art without gays.
Thank you.
Well, and they're saying
you kind of can't.
Because if it's
they're saying we want to participate, and we're gonna exploit this gay person to win the contest for us, but we hate the gays.
And I'm not gonna. I don't know enough about Vietnamese culture to know what the stances there are, or to feel like I can say it's exploitative, because I don't know enough particularly about Vietnam. But I do think that there is an irony that so here's the thing with their voting system that I just learned, is that basically you give points to everyone.
Except Russia.
Your points, no, you give out, the point system is 29. The reason they start at 29 is you give out points to 22 countries, and that's who participated, basically.
So everybody's going to get points from you.
Everybody gets points. And so it's but maybe you don't, maybe your jury doesn't know, or they're more in the music space, so there's just not as much of the political pressure to vote in a certain way because of who on an identity basis. But it's just I don't know enough about also the rest of the song contest, but usually you can kind of make the best song won, and the best song was by a gay person. So congratulations. And everybody had to hold their nose and vote for an openly gay person.
So take that.
And a lot of countries gave a lot of points to them.
Period.
Well, the contest is, I believe, scheduled to come back in 2026.
Oh, God.
The location has already been determined.
Is it gonna continue to be in Russia, or are they rotating and it's gonna be in Vietnam?
The next, neither of those. It is slated to be held.
Why would it be?
Why would it be? They are slated to hold it in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh.
Riyadh.
Is that? Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay, I know the city. I just never seen it written before. Okay.
It's Riyadh. You didn't know that? It's
I did not know the spelling.
That's where they had the controversial comedy festival too, the Riyadh Comedy Festival this summer.
That is, that's one of the most welcoming places in the world. You didn't know that?
Hey. Well, I think that's the other thing is I'm very glad that our winner from Vietnam this year was safe being in Russia. That is not a given, to be an openly queer person in some of these countries. So I hope that the artists that go this year all can remain safe.
Jury's out on that one, if they're going to be safe in Saudi Arabia. In Riyadh next year.
That's something that I think so I'm hoping that the governments that send these people protect them.
Or was it specifically picked for a deterrent?
Well, to be honest, Russia is not a safe place for gay people either. So the fact that they had a gay winner who came out safe, that's
facts.
I care about the safety of the artists. And their reason for going, I don't know their hearts, but I just hope that they can be safe.
Period.
well said. I think that we all echo that sentiment, and I think it's time to hopefully turn towards happier times with Eurovision 2026 gearing up to be held in Austria, which
Yay!
That's going to be hopefully a happier time. And obviously, there's still some things that need to be worked out with participating countries. But yeah, I mean, we are in Eurovision season. The news is happening.
Yes, shit still needs to be sorted out, but that's just putting it lightly. But do you think shit still needs to be sorted out? Put it in the comments down below.
Do you think the U.S. should participate in Intervision 2026?
Oh, God, no.
Comment below.
Please.
And please say no.
Please say no.
And if you do think they should participate, tell me who you think should go. I'm curious.
I would be very curious if folks thought the U.S. should participate. Who should?
Kid Rock.
JoJo Siwa. Oh my God. She really wants to go. She really wants to go to something.
She probably still thinks that it revolves around her somehow in her schedule.
Definitely.
Though now I did think about that, because remember how she kept alluding to the fact that like she was going back and forth with people, and we're like, what people? And she's like, my schedule. She was going to go do Celebrity Big Brother. That's what the scheduling conflict was. Anyways, on that note,
so I'm just still curious who in Poland she was going back and forth with.
Right.
Probably a brick wall. Anyways, on that note, do you think JoJo Siwa was talking to a Polish brick wall? Comment down below on that note. Thank you for everybody who's been sticking around with us for the last couple of weeks as we talked about communism and Intervision. Let us know what you thought by dropping a comment down below. And if you like our content, by all means, go jump onto some of our socials. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Instagram at Eurovision Kiki. Our episodes are available on YouTube and at Spotify at the Eurovision Kiki podcast channels. For Doug, Katie, and myself, I think that's going to do it. Thank you all for listening, and I think we'll see you all at our next Kiki. And remember, if it's not cooked, it's fried.
Oh,
Bye.
Okay.